Hi everyone, this is our next installment on the instructional series going through some knots. So we have discussed a few other knots before. Today's knot, we're going to learn a line-to-line knot. So this is an important knot to know in attaching tippet to a leader or two other sections of line, whether it's monofilament or fluorocarbon, together. There's a few instances where you can use this in other situations, but that's probably 99% of what you're going to do for this. So this, when I'm teaching classes or new beginners on how to tie knots, this is the one that I use to show them because it's a little bit easier to learn. There is a little bit of a nuance here that we'll talk about of situations where this knot might not be used well, but when we're adding tippet to our leader or tying two sections of line together, this can be a really good knot. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is I have this olive color line and then I have this multicolored bright line. So let's pretend that the olive color line is our leader that we already have existing. So the next thing we're going to do is we have to, for this knot, cut off a section. So if we're going to add 2 feet onto our leader because we've cut it back or we just need a longer leader, you actually have to cut it off on this knot, and we're going to show you why. So you're going to cut off, I don't know, maybe this might be 3 feet here, cut off a section of line so that we can tie this knot. So if you have shortened your leader or adding more length to it, this is what we're going to do. The first step is we're going to double the lines over together. So they have to be doubled over. So once again, this is the existing line and this is our new line that we're adding. All you're going to do next is we have those lines doubled over is we're going to form a loop. So you can see here that we're forming a loop and we still have our short tag end, which is the line that is already existing, and the long tag end, which is the line that we're adding. So this is very important as we're tying this knot. So you can see that the loop is coming this way. All we're going to do, this is called a single surgeons here, is we're going to take the short tag end. We need to put both through. The short tag end, which is the olive, and the long tag end, which is the bright colored line, through the loop. So that is a single surgeons. You can do a double or a triple. I prefer not doing a single. It's not going to hold up well. So a double is the same thing. We're going to put the short tag end and the long tag end all the way through. So that's your double surgeons. As you can easily understand, the triple surgeons is one more time. But with this paracord, it's just a little easier to do two. When you're done, all you're going to do is pull the knot, and especially pull the long ends here, and that will form your surgeon's knot. So a good surgeon's knot, it's going to have one tag end at an angle, about a 45-degree angle that way, and the other tag end at about a 45-degree angle that way. So this is your surgeon's knot. It is a great knot for tying two lines together. Also for your Euro nymphers out there, I prefer this knot when I'm throwing a tandem fly, that you can actually tie one fly on this end, and then you can leave a longer tag end here and tie your second fly there. This still keeps the knot strength. There's some other knots out there. One that I prefer that you'll see another video on is the blood knot. It does not, it weakens the knot when you pull the tag end. So when I'm doing a tandem and I want two independent lines, I'm going to tie this this surgeon's knot rather than a blood knot to put two different flies on in two different depths and be independent. So that is your surgeon's knot. So remember, put both the short and the long tag ends through there. This is a great knot. Whenever you're done, if you're not attaching anything on there, all you're going to do is clip your ends. That, in my opinion, is the downside of this knot. There's always a bunch of waste to it. So you can kind of maneuver it a little bit to eliminate some of the waste, but more often than not, you're going to have some waste tag ends that you're going to be doing, you're going to be clipping off. So I hope this explains the double or triple surgeon's knot a little bit better to you. Practice at home on something like paracord or heavy monofilament, so it's easier for you to do on something like 5 or 6X tippet when you hit the water. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you learned something, and we'll see you in the next video.